Well, whether he stays the go-to guy the entire game, we will all judge together. But no doubt about it, on that opening drive, Brock, he was the star. Bunch of catches and a touchdown to begin this one.
Yeah, I think this is twofold. Number one, you love to get this guy started early. He's a playmaker. He's a difference maker. Number two, this defense, well, they better be on high alert because this offense feels like they have a matchup they can attack, and that time attack a third time for 6.
And he misses on the extra point, so a good start for their offense, but not for him kicking it. Score stays at 6-0.
Oh. Well, yeah, you're the nigga that be using my team online, huh? I forgot about that. We'll get you now.
Now probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. Ty Chandler to return. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30.
My bad, bro. I hit the wrong button.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backward. 2nd down coming up.
I'm not sure that deficit's going anywhere anytime soon. If anything, this is a defense that sees their offense creating not a ton of separation on the board, knowing they've got to shoulder the load. And sacks like that go a long ways towards doing it.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. So the defense decides to decline the penalty. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up
Hey,
with
man,
3rd down.
I'm having some issues right now. Hold on. I'm just trying to figure it out.
I think send it off the
My
rails
microphone keeps popping up when I snap the ball, and I don't know why it keeps doing that. Like the chat, like there's a chat screen that keeps pulling up, and I don't. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. Hold on. I wonder if it has something to do with my accessibilities.
Entering accessibility screen, you have 19 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
Oh, that's fucking why I can't turn this shit off. Hey, I gotta restart the game, bro. I'll give you this one. You won this one. Yeah, I'm gonna send a challenge again, bro. I gotta switch something on my settings. God damn it. All right, I should be good now. Anytime I push the X button, I had a window that would pop up, so I couldn't do. I like to send like chats and shit, and yeah, I don't know. It's an the accessibility settings.
It's one of the NFL's newest venues, but it's already earned a reputation as
Yeah, I
one of its
don't.
best. This is
I
U.S.
appreciate it.
Bank Stadium
Jay would
in
have fucking accepted that shit every
Minneapolis.
time. Little bitch. Little bitch. Yep, that's him. That's him. Hey, my fault you fucking didn't pick the right play, bitch. Took too long to pick your play. Candy
All teed up. Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And we're off
No,
to
you kicked it
U.S.
in.
Bank
That was a good
Stadium.
kick.
It's Brandon Powell with the return. Stopped on the return at the 27.
Much fucking better. Well,
All right, let's get
yeah,
this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
yeah. No,
Throwing to start this game.
shit. I firmly think that when you play against more people, like different people, you get like a better idea as to what other people do and how to do different
And
defenses and
that gives the
shit.
Vikings the
So
first down.
I think I'm glad you're in a group too. That way you can play more of us
Is what
and
elite
not
offenses
just
are
his
all
ass.
about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Yeah.
First carry here for Aaron Jones. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away.
Okay.
Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Nice. Nice. Well, I'm glad you're here, bro. We can get some good shit in.
And they hit stuffs him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. Offense up to the line fast. 2nd and 10 now. Run out left. And he's almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Tackle made by Trayvon Diggs.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Throwing on 3rd and long. That's Jefferson. He's got it. And they make the tackle at the 38. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Tackle made by Trayvon Diggs. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Thanks.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Running back sent in motion. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. And they're going to go ahead and let the play stand as it happens. They decline the penalty.
I took too long that time myself.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Here's Darnold to throw. He's holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
All right, Cowboys showing nickel set. 3rd down. Darnold looking to throw. Complete beyond the Well, Brock, they get an early opportunity here inside the red zone, but nothing comes of it after that interception.
Yeah, no question, Kate. You expect that this won't be their last chance or the last time they get in the red zone. This will, or at least should, be the last chance that it ends in a pick. They're going to take that Microsoft Surface tablet. Everybody is. They're going to pull that play up, and most importantly, they're going to try to identify what happened so it doesn't happen again.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Here's the ball back on the handoff. They'll cobble together a yard there. That's Harrison Phillips there for the stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Here's Dan. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
Prescott now on 3rd down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Drops.
Nice work by the defense on that drive, Brock, as it looks like they're going to get off the field here with a 3 and out.
You kept them from generating any sort of momentum to give this drive legs. We know offenses, they can see the chains move to get it going. That forcible hit knocked the ball loose.
Dak out of the pistol. And that one's going to be whipped away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Kate, I don't know what the punter did to hurt people's feelings because I think the reasoning was pretty clear. They were going to go for it. There's not going to be a punter that touched the field. Not an advisable mindset now as they turn it over in their end of the field.
And that is how our first quarter will end as that pass falls incomplete. All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Couple of zeros on the board right now. More from U.S. Bank Stadium after the break. It's Vikings ball as we return for the 2nd, and they've got to be thinking points here. 2nd down carry for Jones. He's going to be brought down after running this to the 8. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 3rd down from the gun. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. To throw, here's Darnold. Throw caught by his running back. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. So Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. drive will start out with a 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Byron Murphy picks it. And he takes this one back for the pick 6.
There.
That right there, that takes just the right circumstances to happen. But man, a big boy pick 6 brought one of the most universally celebrated plays in this sport.
Look at the smile on your face.
I love it. Big boy touchdown. Come on now.
Jumped in front of CD's ass.
In it for the celebrations. Those big guys do so much work, and now they get their chance to play hero. It is a blast.
Reichert on for the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Vikings double their lead to 14.
Yeah.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Turpin with a return. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Blown back gets the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Man in motion, headed right.
Sounds like it.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Ivan Pace able to make the stop.
Key word there, chronic.
Gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48. Now give left side. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, you often see some mix, some high percentage pass plays on 1st and 10. You've got to keep the defense honest. They're always looking for a run in that situation, a chance to stack them up for 2nd and long.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Prescott will look to throw. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And the Vikings will set up just a little bit shy of the 40 following the tackle.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings this drive. 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. 1st down play
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Jones once more. That's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Staying on the ground with Jones. And he's going to run this down to the 36-yard line. Working quickly here. From the 36. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. It forces the incompletion.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Darnold now to throw. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson. And it sets up 2nd down. From the gun, Jones gets it. And he gets absolutely pumped to end that one. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Darnold has the connection to Jones. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Put the ball in your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield. Turn a good play into a great play.
Timeout taken by the offense. They're 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Here's Darnold. Touchdown, Minnesota. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they paid the price over and over and over again.
Reichert on for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Vikings stretch their lead to 21. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Oh no, they get him yet again! Picked up by Stephon Gilmore. And the Vikings get the football back with minimal time to go in our half. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
1st and 10, here's Jones. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Tackle made by DeMarcus Lawrence. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And they definitely wanted more out of that return. He can't challenge for much and is out of the 12. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock. And physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Throwing again is Dak. And they pick him off again. Byron Murphy picks it. And the Vikings have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day. Oh, man, Brock. Somebody, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Out of the gun, a give to Jones. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Straight ahead they go with Jones. And he'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings push their lead further to start the half. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time
Better, because I think you got a really good. You're not bad at all, but the more you play, the more comfortable you get with playing other people. Just playing Jay isn't good for you.
Was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
This one is up and good. And the Vikings grow their lead yet again. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And out of bounds at the 4. A nightmarish series of events on that return.
Can't happen. Man, that's just something you never, ever see at this level. That's a complete failure of operation, not just by the returner, but the return team in general. And now, instead of getting to your normal offense, you got to find some way, somehow, to dig yourself out of this hole.
Throwing from near his own goal line. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Ivan Pace has got it. And the Vikings nearly bring it back for a pick six, but he is tackled at the very last moment. Now, in that spot, Brock, I think his first priority is just getting a throw of some kind of way and avoiding the safety, right?
Yeah, no question about it, Kate. And I know it's so easy for us up here in this comfy booth, armchair quarterback, but you can't ever relax when you're reading the coverage just because you're worried about taking a safety. You still got to stand, you got to deliver, and you got to take care of the football.
Jones hits the end zone for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings blowing them out now, 34-zip. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Here's Reichard set to kick this away.
You're in the end zone. You're coming out. No, keep going now.
He stopped him right as he gets up past the 15. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Brought in by Jake Ferguson. And he's out of bounds just before reaching the 30. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. That tackle made by Blake Cashman. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Another carry for him. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards on that play and a good call, and that's in the 1st.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game, but boy, Brock, what a shot.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker. It's second and 5. Give now to the running back. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead? Did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
They're going to throw it on third and long. Catch made by Cooks. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it'll be first down, Dallas. Prescott to throw. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Ivan Pace has got it. And the Vikings get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please, for the love of God, take this man out.
Throwing here, Darnold. Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down. Motioning the tight end now. Now Darnold. Into double coverage. Ooh, don't want to do that. And he's there for the interception. And the Cowboys see their return stop just a little bit short of their own 30. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Play brought to an end by Jonathan Grenard. Thankfully, only one quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Cowboys football as we're really just counting down this final quarter. This game seems out of hand. Halfway to the marker, it's second and 5. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a third down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's not going to get much. A modest gain at best to the 41. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be second and 9. To throw is Prescott. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
That's going to be caught by Cooks.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that third down?
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. They're going for it. Here's Prescott. That's cut beyond the marker. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. They come through with 6 yards there, Brock, and they're rewarded with a new set of downs. Another throw for Prescott. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Byron Murphy picks it. And the Vikings get it as he makes his third interception in this game.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He's a play caller. He's an offensive guy. And after days like this, I remember one in particular, he'd say, son, some days peanuts, some days shells. This has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
Now a give up the middle to Jones. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Here's Darnold to throw. It's the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis. Vikings rolling here in a laugher. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Back now, pressure on its way. Still has some space inside the 35. And what a hit there. Ouch, she faced the price for moving the chains that time.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Short pass brought in. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with first and goal. Oh, fullback's got it. Look at the power. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Vikings continue adding to an insurmountable lead. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Declines the touchback, Brock, and then he can pay in a big way. He's tackled before he can get to the 20.
Around later, we can run another one later to get some more practice in or whatever. Okay. I got to help AJ do something with his franchise, and then I got to clean my kitchen. And when I'm done with that, I should be ready to roll probably in a couple hours. Sweet. I'll send you a text whenever I get done. See if you're around.
They're out and set. First and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Now Dak to throw. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. Trying to get that one to CeeDee Lamb. So now they have 3rd and short. To throw, Prescott. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Vikings have it again after yet another interception.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He